What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Kaiju number 8 edition. Episode 2 is out now, so before anything, gotta give a shout out to the studio, Production IG, and to the creator, Naoya Matsumoto. Another fun episode. Like I told you guys before, Kafka and Ichikawa are two clowns as serious as they try to be. And so like I said, even though they just met, we're starting to see how much they enjoy being around each other and all the nonsense that they get into. But going off of the intro to the series, episode 1, you guys see that Kafka becomes infected by a kaiju, ends up ingesting one, and now is a humanoid kaiju. And unfortunately for them, they're in a hospital. So as you can already guess, a bunch of witnesses, a bunch of bystanders, and of course, being that kaiju are hunted in this world, they gotta get out of there. It was funny to see Kafka going through it and trying to become acquainted to his new powers. It's bad enough that we know just how strong the kaiju are, and so he's destroying the hospital without intent. But it's also the fact that kaiju are their enemies, and so he doesn't necessarily know what's gonna happen to him. And so we see Kafka go through some uncomfortable things, but being a humanoid kaiju also has some benefits, and we see that the fact that Kafka is still able to maintain some of himself, some of his identity, we see that when they run into a kaiju in regular monster form, he's able to use his power for good and is able to take out the kaiju with no problem. Shout out to Production IG. Thought the studio did a good job of showing this scene. It definitely has me looking forward to some of the future action sequences in the series. And so like I said, you see just how formidable this new power that Kafka has acquired is. And so a big change in life for Kafka, and you see that this is like the final straw that breaks the camel's back in a good way, and he decides to put his foot forward and try to join the defensive force. And so that episode ends with one of my favorite characters being introduced, Kikoru, who has a run-in with old man Kafka when they're going in to take the next part of the exam. Funny scene, but you start to see why Kiko is so cocky in a good way, you could say. Again, these are people that put their lives on the line, so they do have to have a chip on their shoulder. But I decided to bring some of the covers out of the other manga books because we see some other characters being introduced when they get to this building. So looking forward to the rest of the episodes. Let me know what you guys think about the series so far. See y'all next time, man. Peace.